Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Today's our first Honda XR650L video. I've been wanting a project bike for a long time. I love my Norden, but it's new and there's not a lot wrong with it besides adding new parts, and I wanted something I could wrench on and truly have a project. What I wanted to do as a project is find something that was the same year as me. So in 1994, after scouring the interwebs for a while, I found this 1994 Honda XR650L. I am the third owner, the one prior to me that I bought it from, put less than 100 miles on the bike. The original owner obviously had some love for this bike, did a lot of modifications to it. It's got 17,368 miles on it. And it has a lot done to it. I don't have the full list in front of me, but off the top of my head, I know it has the big fin kit. It's got some pegs, it's got XL wheels, it's got the full White Brothers exhaust. It's got a steering stabilizer. It's got a lot of good stuff. The problem is the person I bought it from neglected it for about 14 years. So it sat on the California coast, collected a ton of surface rust, and is in the state that it's in now. So we ended up driving about 4 hours away, my dad and I, to pick this up. When we got there, it was significantly worse than the picture showed. Sometimes that's how the internet shopping goes. Things look better in photos. Luckily, the seller was flexible and we all agreed upon a price that didn't make me feel like I was getting ripped off, and everybody came out pretty happy. I got 2 big boxes of spare parts with it. The major issue is there's a ton of surface rust. There's currently no spark. All the electrical works. This will be video number 1 of hopefully a great series. If the motor's solid, then this will be a nice series of stripping this thing down, putting it back together, hopefully going on some good rides, and we'll just kind of see what happens. I hope you guys will join me for the journey. I'm looking forward to learning about this bike, kind of developing my mechanical skills, because I've been working on bikes for a long time, but I've never taken a project this bad, if you want to call it that. So I'm excited, a little nervous. This is literally day 1 with the bike. We haven't even had it 24 hours, so we're kind of doing the little intro video here. I'm going to take it over. We're going to strip it down, take the tank off, power wash it, throw a spark plug in, see if we can get some spark, check the stator, just kind of go through the laundry list of things to make sure that we're not wasting our time with a motor that's blown up, and which I really don't think we are. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll do a walk around of the bike right after this. All right, so we're going to do a walk around of the new bike, the new old bike, right? Again, it's a 1994 XR650L, and we'll dive into it. Like I said before, it's pretty rough, but I'm hoping this is going to be a very solid comparison down the road of how far we've come. So there's the odometer. We've got the fly on there, 17,368. All of this good stuff's working. So you can see the neutral light, side stand works, all the lights work, the turn signals work, the steering stabilizer works. But I mean, look at the rust. It was sitting on the California coast for 14 years, so it's gonna need some love. There was an old light mounted here, I don't know what. There's an old wire coming up that's just snipped off. We got the Showa stickers on there, but who knows what's actually inside, so that's gonna, all the suspension's gonna get torn apart at some point. It does have XL wheels on it. Both hubs are powder coated. It's got the big fin kit on it. The carburetor's new. Inside of the airbox doesn't look awesome. It's a little dirty. I do have a spare little crash bar guard, whatever you want to call it. These pegs are super goofy to me. I'm not sure what the stock ones look like, but these ones are weird. So we'll swap those out for sure. Rear rotor guard. Obviously the XL in the back. That hub's powder coated as well. Pro Moto billet rack, which probably gonna go. Battery box, there's a new battery in there. The fuses look good. Control box looks good. I haven't had a chance to look at the front sprocket, but there was like 2 other spare ones inside of the spare kit, so I doubt there was this much work done, and there's the stock front sprocket on there. The clutch cable is going to need to be adjusted. You can see where it's sitting on the big fins and melted a tiny bit. It's the 4-gallon IMS tank, which it needs some love as well. Everything on this bike needs some love. So, like I said, I'm a little nervous to dive into it, to start finding whatever surprises this thing has for me. You know, but we'll just kind of see what happens. All right, so there's the walk around. You can see how rough it is. Wish us luck. Fingers crossed. We're going to start tearing this thing down. I'm going to power wash it, make sure it's cleaned up, and then we'll start tearing into it, see if we can't find some spark in the old beauty. If not, we'll start from there. So join me and my dad in the journey as we tear this 94 apart and hopefully restore it to its old glory, and we'll see where it goes. So we took the tank off and just wiped it down with a rag, and a little bit of the surface rust came off, and then, I mean, it cleaned up. You can see it's not terrible. It's ugly, but I'm hoping a lot of other things will be like this, a quick little wipe down, and that doesn't look too bad. We did the same thing on the exhaust, wiped it down a little bit, and you can see it's pretty underneath. Hopefully everything, fingers crossed, hopefully everything else is like that. All right, comes the old spark plug. Oh, that looks actually really good. Ready?
Yep.
Spark test.
Yeah, doesn't look like no spark.
Good compression coming out of the spark plug.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yeah, good compression coming out of the spark plug hole. But yeah, nothing.
All right, so no spark. Compression looks good. And we're just gonna chase some of the wiring, make sure everything looks good, and test it out. The ground's decently corroded, so we're gonna clean it up and see if it's an easy fix. Probably not. Okay, so I think we summed it up to the ground being bad. Can you point at the ground there, Pooter? Cleaned it up, and then we got spark off of the stock coil, or whatever coil was on it, and then the coil that came off of our 1999 XR70, so they both worked. And we sprayed some carb cleaner in, and it tried to turn over. Checked the oil check bolt, and there was oil in it, since the reservoir shows there's nothing in it, which is just kind of weird to try and turn a motor over without the dipstick showing anything. So now we got a little hokey ass gas can, and we have spark, so we'll see if it see what happens.
Oil gas can.
Sponsored. Ready?
Yep. It's trying.
Yep.
Nice.
Pull the choke.
Where's the choke at?
Right here.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How many years?
14.
14 years.
Oh yeah, there's some smoke.
Freaking idle. Wow.
14 years of sleeping. Day one, we got it fired up.
Look at that idling.
try the clutch. Look at that. Oh boy.
Back in the neutral.
Nice.
If I give a little choke and then hit the gas, see, that road speed is freaking fun probably. Nice.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So that's going to do it for video number 1, and so far so good. We got the bike started day 1. It ended up all coming down to just the corroded ground, and the bike fired up very easily. It idled decently, had to give it a little bit of choke, but I mean, considering how long it sat, my dad and I are both extremely pleased and excited for the progress we've already made on the bike. You can see it's already stripped down. I'm getting ready to order some parts right now. So look for episode 2 coming up after this one. And we'll just keep making progress and see where we can get this thing. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you join us for the full adventure for this one.